Welcome.
Good morning. Welcome from both of us. Yes, greetings and salutations to all our gym rats viewers. I'm Coach Kael.
I'm Coach Cisco.
I'm Coach Michael.
All right. And today I have one question to ask everybody. And let's start with the Mr. OG all the way to the other end. What is one thing that you know now that you wish you knew when you first started lifting?
That's simple.
What is it?
Legs are important.
Legs are important.
Because a lot of people, myself included, when I was younger, I didn't think legs were important. You know, I would say, oh, I can miss that today. You know, no big deal.
Right.
But as you keep lifting, your upper body develops, but then your legs don't. So I feel if I would have been doing a lot of legs when I was younger, I'd be bigger in the legs and stronger.
I see.
That's something I learned, you know, that legs are very important. So I tell people, that, your legs are just as important as your upper body.
Yeah, I agree with that. How do you feel about that?
I agree with that. I think that's more that might be more on a male's perspective too, because more females rather work out legs.
That's true.
I think
that's true
from what I've experienced. But I didn't start hitting legs hard until I was in my 30s. You know, I would do a leg day here and there. Here and there. It was like, oh, okay. And my leg day literally consisted of a leg press, leg extension, leg curls, and that probably would be my leg day. I rarely squatted. I rarely maybe a couple lunges. But, leg day, I was okay to skip leg day in my 20s, especially my early 20s.
Yeah. I'd actually agree with that too. Yeah.
It is. Because when I deadlift, squat, and stuff, I tell myself, man, if I'd been doing legs a lot earlier, developing a lot earlier, I'd be doing a lot more weight.
You'd probably be way more big too, because, when you hit legs, it's a natural testosterone booster.
Oh.
Yeah, it's true. So, legs were something I wish I would have done early in my lifting.
Yeah.
And be consistent like I was with the upper body where, I want everybody to see my arms.
Right. Yeah, especially as guys, our show muscles is upper body.
But that's very true.
See? A lot of times you see guys that big.
Literally like chicken legs. Exactly. I feel that. What about you, Coach Cisco? What's one thing you know now that you wish you knew when you first started lifting?
I knew it. I just didn't execute it. And one thing I would probably execute better when I started lifting in my early 20s is stretching.
Yeah.
Stretching.
I think everybody eliminates stretching.
See, it was
right on the dot and down, because that was going to be my answer. My answer is stretching.
Mine was stretching. I never stretched. I rarely stretched in my 20s.
I did too. I rarely stretched.
Yeah.
I didn't start stretching until 50s.
Jeez.
Never too old to start.
Never too old to start.
I was very, very tight in my legs.
I bet.
Very tight.
It's one of those too, especially us, our legs. I always said, I remember being right here, touching my toes. Like in my 20s, I couldn't even get this. I was probably about right here. And that was already a stretch. It was now it's all right, cool, I can literally do this or anything like that. But I didn't start incorporating stretching till 30, 31.
Yeah.
And it was it's so boring.
It is, for sure.
Boring.
I feel you.
And so that's a...
now you're bending your knees, though. You're bending your knees.
Knee bending.
Straighten it out.
Keep that knee straight.
Straighten your knee.
Boom. Come on, man. Okay.
Really struggling.
Look at that. You shaking over there. It's all right. But to me, it was always... I was
wondering for a second if I could do that.
He's like, should I do it? Is this gonna...
I was like, damn, if I put it up there and can't do it, I'm going to hear it.
And that's a clip.
Oh, yeah, I was getting ready. I was like, loading up the clip. I was like, oh, no, we got it. He got it. Unload. It's all but...
So did you ever have a major injury, though, that kind of made you realize the importance of dang, I really need to stretch?
No, I did have a major injury, but the injury, I was already doing my stretches. But coincidentally, when I did have when I tore my meniscus was when I was rushing my workout. I literally was short on time. So I was just going to squat that day.
Right.
But I did notice like I didn't warm up as properly to it. And part of my warm up is usually like I bike for about 5 to 10 minutes. Then I do like a quick static stretch, just a little bit, not as long.
Right.
I totally skipped that and just started off with lightweight. All right, let me just get my lightweight in. I was like, I don't have much time. Boom, boom.
Right.
Still during my warm up set, the left knee just, and I was like, what the hell was that? So I did notice that the one time I didn't properly like stretch and get warmed up was the one time I got injured.
Yeah.
But what it was for me was when I started squatting, like getting under the barbell, and I realized my depth was not as great. I wasn't going as low, and I would always talk smack on the guys that couldn't go low. And then I realized, wait a minute, I can't be talking smack, and I'm one of those guys. So I noticed, well, why am I not going low? I'm like, oh, the hips are tight.
Yeah.
Oh, man, the hammies are just tight. They don't want to go or anything like that. So for me, it was definitely like I would probably say going into my 30s, I literally, after the end of my workout, I probably dedicate 5 to 10 minutes now to stretching.
Yeah.
And so, and it's boring.
It is boring,
It is.
but it's so necessary.
I tore my rotator cuff and on the right side.
Yeah.
And it was because I didn't stretch.
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
I went in the bench and I just like, boom. And then all of a sudden going up, I just felt this pump. And,
I feel you.
and I still have the tear is there. It's healed,
Yeah.
but it's still there. The mark is still there.
I think I tore something too in my shoulder. I just never like officially got it checked out because there's a point where it's like so back then, I was just about like lifting as hard as I could, no structure, just
Back then.
I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
Y'all act like I'm 5. Why y'all act like I'm 5? I've literally been lifting for 10 years.
I did. I was thinking the same thing. I was not like, I'm not going to bash on Kael. I love Kael.
I've been lifting
coming from-
hold up.
No, no,
hold
no.
up.
Coming
This just
from
shows
me-
how much of a dinosaur you are. But I'm 10 years in my lifting journey. You're probably like 100 years in your lifting journey.
What I'm saying is, you used the term. Well, back then.
Back
and
then.
I'm thinking
10 years ago.
now, if I said back then you guys would be like, oh yeah, you're way back.
Yeah.
I'm saying back then. I'm thinking
10 years is 10 years not a long time?
Okay,
a lot of shit happens in 10 years.
Valid,
That's a whole decade. Is that a decade?
He started lifting in his teens.
Yeah.
Now he's in his 20s, approaching his 30s. So
My bad that your back then is different from mine, Mr. Mr. Stegosaurus.
I'm thinking in my head,
Stegosaurus.
okay, when I hear you talk about, well, back then.
I know you see me as a
thinking,
baby, but look,
back
man,
then.
this
What are
ain't,
you talking about back then?
years
How
in the-
far
in the
back then
game.
are we talking? When you talking, I'm talking 40, 50 years ago.
Yeah. So I'm talking about 10 years ago, and that's still a long time.
that's a long time. That is a long time. I'm about for him too.
That's a
though.
long time.
That's a young time for a young guy like
I'm a
you.
fitness. I'm a fitness professional
that's
now.
a third. That's
when
a third
I
of his
wasn't a
life.
fitness professional.
That's a third of his life. 10
Yeah.
years ago is a third of his life.
Well,
Is a third of his man's life.
I'm about to be 30.
Yeah, it's about a third of his life. So
Anyways, back to my damn story.
I don't mean to
I had,
the bag on you, and I'm just saying.
I know. You
When
just
you
wanted
say-
to show how much older you are. than me.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to show you. That
Yo, man.
when you use that term back then, I'm thinking.
What do you want me to say?
That shouldn't be
A few years ago?
No, some years ago, a few years ago,
10 years ago.
several years ago.
Several is like
Several
3
years back.
Several years is like 3 to 5.
Now, if I said back then, what would you say? Oh man, he talking about 40 years ago.
Like when the meteor hit before,
When Columbus found out the Earth was round.
Anyways, but I had my shoulder injury as well. Like I said, I think I tore something because there's a point where this became numb.
Ooh.
And back then, I used to smoke a lot. I used to smoke a lot of weed.
Yeah, see,
Don't smoke as much anymore.
He's not that guy anymore.
And I would use weed to numb out the pain so I can just push in the gym. That was very
You use
bad,
what?
right? Weed, marijuana.
Cannabis.
Oh man,
Marijuana.
back then when I was young, I used to.
All right, man, it ain't no
I used to
competition. Let me
use
tell
it-
my story.
I used to use
Goodness.
it too but they used to make me happy.
It still does. But I'm just saying, one of the properties is it makes you feel painless.
Really?
So I would smoke and lift. And the reason why I did that is because the reason why I did that, it depends. The reason why I did that is because you have such an insane mind to muscle connection when you're high. 100%. You can ask A lot of people who lift and smoke, that's the case. For some weird reason, you can feel all your muscle fibers. But that's beside the fact. The other part of that is that you can't feel as much pain. So it was numbing the pain for me. But what I was doing, I was just making it worse because I would just keep pushing heavy and heavy to the point where I had to stop lifting for like a good 6 months or something like that. I cut out the gym completely. I feel like I got in a low point because I lost weight, I lost gains. I was probably depressed. I was like really like in my head.
So it make you just feel good?
Huh?
You sure it just didn't make you feel good so you didn't feel no pain?
At the moment, but then when that wore off, I'm like, damn, my shoulder is fucked up. But then, and that was just because I never stretched. I never focused on mobility and flexibility. So now I wish I knew that when I first started lifting of how important recovery and flexibility and mobility is.
Well, you're very cautious about that now. Mm-hmm. You do a lot of stretching. You use that tube.
All the time. Foam roller? My foam roller is the best friend.
You use that foam roller and stuff all the time. You got your clients doing it.
Exactly.
So you know.
Yeah.
So no, I think stretching is a big one. Here's another one though. This is me coming from playing sports in high school of basketball, cross country, and track. What I wish I would have known back then was cardio isn't the top priority. I used to do so much more cardio in my 20s.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You're a cardio bunny.
Yeah, I was a cardio runner. Like I would prioritize cardio over weights because I thought if I could run, I was in better shape than lifting weights.
Yeah.
So, and I think like that's the one thing that I wish I would have known in my 20s was I probably should have spent more time with weights than I did with cardio.
Yeah.
I think I would probably do every day. I would at least run 2 to 3 miles. And then I'll play ball here and there. And then I would probably lift weights like every other day. Monday, Wednesday, Friday was weight days. Every day was cardio and core though. So that was one thing that I wish I would have done differently also, knowing that weights will be more optimal than cardio for me.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, I was told, if I was running or if I was trying to take up cardio, they would tell me, man, what are you going to be, a runner?
Yeah.
How long ago was that?
No.
Back then.
Back then?
That was back
how
then.
long was
Yeah,
this?
back
How
then,
long
that's
ago?
like 40, 50 years
40,
ago.
50 years? Okay.
That's
All
back
right.
then.
Just making sure.
Hey, that's what we call way back then.
Exactly. Way back then.
It's way back then. They said, what are you running for, man?
Yeah.
What are you running steps for? I go,
Back when TV was
trying
black
to
and
build
white.
up my breathing, my cardio. They go, what are you going to be, a runner? You're supposed to be in there pumping iron.
Yeah.
So,
Pumping and
The
humping.
Beatles were running the days back
Pumping
then
and
in your
humping.
time. Where it was all like, man, we're always going to learn and be.
Yeah, you always learn.
We're always learning because, like, look,
Yeah.
this man said he didn't start stretching until he was 50, right?
Right.
I mean, damn, at 50, you're already lifting for 40 years, roughly. So you started, like, I wouldn't say too late, but it's never too late to start.
No, it's not too late.
Yeah.
Never too late. Never
My
too
problem was I was getting cramps.
Ah.
I was getting a lot of them. And people say, drink water. I drink water, I still get cramps. And then I went to this place that does stretching, and they started stretching me, and then I started feeling better.
Yeah.
And I was, I think, 51 at that time. And they would tell me, man, you are so tight, getting cramps and stuff. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another one too, since we had the same topic, I'll switch it up to how important sleep is. Because as a kid too, like I'd never slept. I literally was probably getting like 4 hours of sleep. But as a young buck, like I could run off of 4 hours of sleep like nothing. Nowadays it's a little bit harder, so I do try to aim for like 7, 8 at least, and that makes a big difference in my gym output.
Yeah.
Like every hour that I get extra, like I feel stronger. I feel like more energized, and like I recover better too. So
yeah, you need 7 to 8 hours of sleep.
Yeah.
And since I train at 4 in the morning,
yeah.
I go to bed like at 7:30 and 8 o'clock. Every night.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Sometimes I go to bed at 8:30 and I'm like, man, that's late.
Damn.
No, it's true. Sleep. I
No,
think
it
sleep is
is. It
important.
is. Sleep is important,
You know
for
what
sure.
it was? I think as a young buck too, especially when you're younger in your teens, staying up late is like a cool thing. to
Yeah,
do, right. It was always
yeah,
cool to stay up
exactly.
late, and you could get together with your buddies. All like,
Yeah.
oh, I was up till midnight. Oh, I was up till 2 a.m. What the fuck you doing at that time? Just playing video games, or it's like, all right, you ain't doing much. Now it's all like what I wish is like, no, I wish I would have been in bed at 10 to wake up with a lot of rest by 7.
Yeah.
It's like that's more than 8 hours right there. So it's one of those where I wish I would have done that too. It's like, all right, better sleep, better stretching, and better legs. See?
Better pizzas.
Yeah.
Papa John's.
Papa John. Right? But no, that's pretty good. Like I said, it's always, you're never too late to learn. I like that you're still learning. Mm-hmm. It's funny. I said this like multiple times this past week with clients. I don't think you're ever too old to learn a new thing.
No, you're never.
But I think the minute you choose to stop learning is the minute you actually die. That's what I say. I know it sounds harsh, but I really think it's like the minute you choose to stop learning is the minute you choose to forget about living about life.
There's always stuff you can learn in fitness.
Right.
Yeah,
like how to pronounce Pilates properly.
Yeah, we just found out that we were pronouncing Pilates incorrectly, right?
Yeah.
How do you pronounce it?
Like you said.
Exactly.
Oh, like, dude, I hate you.
Yeah.
But you guys, if there's something that you wish that you would have known when you first started lifting, and if you've been a lifter for more than 10 years, because like I said, if you've been a lifter for more than 10 years, you can say back then.
Yeah.
So,
or even, the new lifters getting into the fitness industry and starting your own journeys.
even if you only been lifting for 3 months.
If
there's something that you wish you would have learned 3 months ago or 3 months previous, let us know. Share it in the comments.
But also pay attention to what we just said, because this might help you for sure in your journey. Hopefully you don't have to learn the hard way like we did.
Yeah, because I think it sounds like we all kind of learned through an injury on one of the things.
Yeah.
And so if you guys can avoid your personal downfall and learn from our downfall, that would probably be a better way to get it down. So, but besides that, like, comment, subscribe, follow us on our social media platforms. And I'm Coach Cisco.
Coach Michael.
Coach Kael.
We'll catch you on the next episode.